Welcome to Wake Up West Palm, where we talk all things downtown West Palm Beach, and you get to meet some of the incredible people and businesses in our beautiful community. Today, I am joined by Dr. Daniela Dadurian, who is the founder and medical director for MD Beauty Labs. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
I was saying when I first walked in, I was like, it's a much bigger space. And when you actually pop inside,
Yes.
It's beautiful in here.
Thank you.
So tell us, what is MD Beauty Labs?
MD Beauty Labs is a med spa that focuses and has the philosophy of complete body rejuvenation from the inside and out. My thinking was always coming from an internal medicine background that you have to be healthy and young even on the inside when you want to look good.
I love that. All right, so tell us a little bit about your background.
Oh, where do I start? It's a long, complicated story. I was born in Romania. My father was Armenian, my mother is Greek, and we escaped communist Romania when I was 5 years old to West Germany. I grew up in West Germany. At age 16, I wanted to learn English, so I decided to go to boarding school in England for a year, and then I really enjoyed the British school system, and I decided to finish high school in England. And after that, I really upset my parents because I decided that I couldn't take the Northern European weather anymore, and I wanted to move to Miami and pursue my schooling at the University of Miami. So I arrived at the University of Miami when I was 19 years old, and I never left.
And you stayed in Florida.
I stayed in Florida.
And now you're in West Palm Beach.
Yes.
That's amazing. So why did you decide to open your practice in West Palm Beach?
So straight out of residency, I found a job in West Palm Beach. This was in 1997, and I really liked this area. So I really liked this community here, and I settled, and I never went anywhere else. I love it here.
How did you actually become interested in this kind of industry?
Well, it's actually an interesting story. In 2001, so I was an internist in private practice here, and in 2001, Botox became FDA approved for cosmetic purposes. And being an internist, I had a huge internal medicine practice, predominantly women. And they would trust me, and they would come to me and say, oh, I wish you would do that. You know, I'd rather come to you. And that kind of got me interested. I got at an age where I was starting to see a little wrinkle here and there. And I thought that would be interesting how to learn how to make wrinkles go away. And the more I learned about it, the more interested I got and the more involved I got into it.
So tell us a little bit about some of the services that you offer.
Services, it's minimally invasive or non-invasive cosmetic procedures, as well as functional medicine, such as hormone replacement, IV therapy, state-of-the-art lasers, all the latest and greatest fillers and neurotoxins.
You've been in this so you've been in this industry for over 26 years?
Yes.
So it's a long time. So of all of these procedures, all these services, how have you seen this industry evolve over the years?
I love this industry. It's exciting. It's constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. There's always something new. The trend, especially in aesthetics, is that there's so much more we can do now that's non-surgical. And that's really what people want now. They want to decrease their risk and do as much as possible without going under the knife or general anesthesia.
I feel like when people are looking for the right services, right? You said that you're on this mission to help people look as good as they feel, right?
Exactly.
Because as we're getting older,
That's
sometimes
exactly
we're
right.
like, wait a second, we look in the mirror and think, that's not me, what's going on? And so when somebody comes to you, what are some of the typical challenges that they're coming to you for?
Not feeling well, being overweight, feeling tired, feeling that they look haggard. They just want to be, and my philosophy has always been to make people look refreshed. You know, you can't turn back the clock and make them look 20 or 30 years younger, but you could look your best at the age you're at. That's always what I would like to achieve for myself and for my patients.
So can you tell us a success story, one or two that kind of stand out where you've had a client come to you and you've been able to significantly impact their life?
Yes, a couple of people that, usually the scenario is they're stressed out in their lives. One particular lady comes to mind. She got divorced. She was down on herself. She was sad. She was depressed. She was overweight. So I proceeded to try to optimize her hormones to get her to lose weight. We have weight loss programs too. And then move on from there to the outside and make her look more refreshed and younger.
So when people come to you, do they typically, are they working with you like long-term, or is this one-off treatments?
I have patients that I've had for 27 years. It's very rewarding.
Some people think lots of women come for these kinds of services, but you do a lot of treatments for men as well. Do you want to share some of those?
Yes, we do a lot of things for men. And believe it or not, more and more men do Botox and fillers and really all the things that women do. Hormone replacement for men and women. So that's one thing that definitely men do. IV therapy, IV vitamins, Botox, fillers, lasers. We have technologies where they can build the abdominal muscles or reduce fat, body contouring technologies. There's a whole array of things that we do. In terms of the wellness arena, we have an infrared bed for detoxification. We have a soul chamber. So we have a lot of things that really is very beneficial for men and women.
Are there some misconceptions around this type of industry that you wish people knew? Like if there's like misconceptions that maybe stop people from doing some of these services?
I think a big fear is that people think they will look artificial or overdone. And that's not at all a prerequisite. It's not a given that that's the end result, I think people can look very natural, but just refreshed looking. And I think I'd like to emphasize that because I think that's a big reservation that people have, starting with little things like Botox and fillers.
Yeah, I feel like it's like you got to baby step it. You have to baby step your way into some of these things.
Absolutely.
So do you have a good tip that you really love to share to help people live a happier, healthier life?
Maintain a healthy weight, exercise, and optimize based on blood work and based on hormones. Optimize your hormones, optimize with supplements, whatever you can to keep yourself healthy.
So what do you love about West Palm in general?
West Palm in general is a great place to live. It's especially now, so many people moving here. Going back 27 years ago, I still have all these patients that are here seasonally. I always hear the story, what they've been doing over the summer. And it's just a wonderful place to be. I love the weather.
That is for sure. What are some of the challenges that you have faced in building a business? I mean, you've been in business a long time.
A very long time. Challenges, well, to start, 2008, when we had the big economic crash, that was very challenging because people just didn't even have money for their co-pays for regular medical visits. So that was exactly when I started. Also, the real estate crash in 2008 was exactly the time that I finished building out this space here. So financially, it was quite difficult at that time. Other than that, it's been very, very exciting and really rewarding.
What are some of the dreams that you have for MD Beauty Labs over the next 5 to 10 years?
I'd like to be as good in this industry as I possibly can be, and possibly even expand beyond my 2 locations that I have now.
For someone that might be thinking, oh, I would like to maybe do business in downtown West Palm Beach, what advice would you give them?
To never give up. That's absolutely my motto, never give up. There's
awesome.
Always going to be challenges, I feel, in any industry, in any business, but you just have to be determined and keep going.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
We so appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming.
Like I said, if you haven't visited, you need to come and check it out because it is beautiful, gorgeous. It's very peaceful right when you walk in. And you guys sell so many products too. Products, services. You could spend the whole day here, I'm sure, with all these.
Come visit.
I will book my services right after this. Thank you so much for being on the show. We so appreciate it. It was so wonderful to be able to connect with you. And thank you all so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.